Now, if you don't know what Empire Avenue is, it's a website where you can connect all of your social media profiles, whether it's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, Pinterest, whatever. Connect them all, and then basically it's a free site where you can run missions using fake money. You pay people to do missions, and your mission might be to like my Facebook page. Maybe it's to retweet a tweet about your business. Maybe it's just to share your blog post on Google, whatever. Either way, Empire Avenue is just rising as one of the top social media tools online that you can take advantage of right away without paying a single cent out of your pocket. So what I'm going to go over today is what I've developed as a strategy really to just increase my exposure significantly in the past couple of weeks. I'm pretty new to this. I learned about this from a training in the business I'm in, and I found this to be a very useful tool, and I actually get on here a little bit every day, maybe 30 minutes a day, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 10. Whatever it is, if you just focus on Empire Avenue for a few minutes a day, it can be well worth the time and increase your traffic and get you closer to those #1 rankings in Google. So what I want to talk about is, throughout this video, is how to just dominate completely on Empire Avenue and get your site's rankings up quickly. How to use Empire Avenue to get that kind of exposure that you're looking for? Well, first of all, you need to know how to run missions. Once you get started, get your profile set up, you have to learn how to run missions. Now you go to create a missions, go to that tab, you write a title, make sure you mention how much you're paying out, and mention, something like quick, easy Eves, Eves is the fake money you get paid out. So that is a reward for what you give them for completing your mission, whatever your mission is. So say it's, Twitter. You could write, easy 5,000 Eves for a retweet or whatever, The more you pay out, the faster your missions will get done. The way to get more Eves, though, so that you can run missions and pay out more to customers and get faster social media exposure in less time, is probably the stock market. That is probably the very best way to do it. You can complete other people's missions, You can go back and forth, see, we got 10,000, 10,000, 10,000 reward, 30,000 reward, Every once in a while you'll see something like 50,000 or whatever, but don't count on those all the time. You need to invest. Investing in Empire Avenue is, as I've recently found out, is by far the best way to get consistent Eves coming in that you can reinvest in emissions for your social media activity from other people. Now, these are all real people, This is not something that Google's ever going to penalize your site for, because real people with real profiles are making real social media actions on your page. So that's just another reason why you want to use this. Now, to get your stocks up, the best way I've found here lately is to go to the missions and look for ones that say to invest. Now, you can type in search missions, invest. Now, look for ones that say, invest in me, buy my shares. They pay you, you reinvest. Say they pay you, 5,000 Eves, like in this mission. You get that 5,000 Eves, you go reinvest it in them, and you get a certain daily commission for being investors in them, depending on how their stock goes up and down. Now, once you get more and more profiles, the more and more you'll make per day. At this point, I'm making about 10,000 per day. My dividends earnings says 10,482 from your investments today. Now I'm increasing my portfolio. I have 144, 152 shareholders. Now the top stock market leaders, on the other hand, let's look at them. They have about, thousands and thousands of profiles in their portfolio. What, 46,168 in this guy's portfolio. I mean, the common trend between these guys, they invest. They invest in a lot of people. They max out shares. They find people who's got really good dividends. You look for people whose share price is going up. Their dividends, that is, every share you buy, that's how much you get daily. Right there, average dividends a share. Keep that in mind when you're doing this. So what I would do is do all the missions that say to invest in me, or take these and buy shares in me, and take whatever reward they give and use the full amount to invest in them. The more you do that, the more you'll make daily. It'll seem like you're spending a lot at first, but it pays off in the long run because it's like a royalty you get every single day. After a while, once you get thousands of profiles in your portfolio, you can easily be making a few 100,000 EVs per day without doing any other people's missions. You can just wake up the next morning, get on Empire Avenue and be like, hey, I want to drive about 100 people to my site today just from Empire Avenue alone. And be like, okay, I'll create a mission using the EVs I've earned, literally that I get paid every day for doing nothing, just to hold shares in about 1,000 people, and just create the mission, Another way you need to keep in mind to really succeed in Empire Avenue, you need to run multiple missions at one time. It's not just about having a lot of EVs, it's about people investing in you and spending EVs on you too. Excuse me. What you need to do is run missions every once in a while with the EVs you earn and be like, hey, 20 people for this mission, I'll pay you, 10,000 each to complete this mission. Take the 10,000, reinvest in me. And they'll do that. They earn daily commissions from you. It drives your share price up, and everybody wins. The more your share price goes up, the more missions you can run at one time. The more productivity you can make with more missions at one time. At first, doing one mission at a time, I increase my rankings, but after a while, it's like hitting a plateau. You need to run more missions, and you need to be able to, do multiple tasks through social media on your site and pages and videos or whatever at one time. It'll double, triple, quadruple your productivity, and all you're doing is spending these fake EVs, not even real money. So what you need to do is get your share price up. You want to run 2 missions, you start out being able to run 1 at a time. You want to run 2, get it up to 50. See this right here? That is your current share price. Get that to 50, and you're good to go to run 2 missions at a time. As you can see, I have 2 active at one time. This one's actually over, so I'll archive that and let the other one finish out, and I can run another one at the same time. And what you want to do is get to where you can run, 5 missions at one time. Imagine how much you could get done. Let's say you have a few 100,000 EVs coming in per day. Pay that out. Do a few other people's missions, be courteous to your shareholders. Maybe do their missions first before you look at all these other people's missions. Just use common courtesy and people will love you for it. You invest in them, they'll invest in you back a lot of times. You do their missions, they'll do yours. Just build connections on here. So do a few missions, take the EVs you earn daily from stocks. Always invest in stocks. I'd say, spend half your time in stocks at least every time you get on Empire Avenue every day. Eventually it'll pay off. It might take a little while at first, but once you have those consistent Eves coming in, like those top marketers on here, you're good to go. I mean, it's almost on autopilot after that. All you gotta do is run missions. So you do that, keep your um, share price up as much as possible so you can always run a lot of missions. Run all these missions, maybe go to your blog and be like, okay, I'm paying you guys 20,000 Eves to, make a comment, give me a Google Plus one and share, and a retweet. Do something like that. And be courteous, when you do a mission for other people, like their mission, leave a comment, says thanks, I did your mission, I appreciate it, whatever, and leave them positive feedback if the mission was exactly what you wanted it to be. And people love you for it. Leave a shout out on their profile. You want to see what a shout out looks like? Let me go over here to my profile and see. Look at all these people that leave shout outs on here. You invest in someone, leave a shout out. They'll probably invest right back in you. So just be courteous. Invest in a lot of stocks. Do all the missions that say invest in me. That is the main thing you need to get out of this video today. Do those. That way you won't have to spend as much of your own Eves that you've gotten from missions back into investing in people. Because you need to run missions every day to increase your exposure on your site. So keep those things in mind. Go to the links below. I'll have a blog post about this if you need to see a written version of what I'm teaching you today. If you need more social media exposure and you need training in it, you can get in my list and subscribe. I'll email you daily and teach you what you want to know. Or you can even work with me and join my team. We're on the rise. We're just taking over this whole niche